Hey, what's up, guys? So it's me, NFT Nicolo, back here again, and I'm talking to Zhantuar from London. He's a
Hi,
photographer and he's into NFT. So yeah, what's
hi,
up, man?
Nicola. Yeah, hi, Nicola. Thank you very much for your time and introduction. It's a pleasure to meet you. You know, it's quite weird talking to people like seeing face to face
Yeah, yeah,
after
yeah,
NFT time and Discord, Twitter, where you have profile pics
yeah,
different, but
exactly.
see like real people. Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's nice to meet you finally. It's nice to see you. So yeah, so everyone watching right now, like I said, Zhantuar, he's a photographer and he's into NFT art. He uploaded and he made his own collection with his photography. Yes, you can do that. This video is to enrich, encourage, and to tell people that are into photography that you can now enter the metaverse right now. It's early, and Zhantuar is a proof of it. So Zhantuar, I want to ask you right now, what motivated you? What started you? How did you get into the NFT community, the NFT world?
Yeah, I think it started all at the beginning of this year, 2021, and I was in Clubhouse. You remember the Clubhouse
Yeah, yeah,
application? Yeah, so it all started from Clubhouse. Then I usually watch Gary Vaynerchuk videos, so
yeah. I
I'm
do.
quite a good fan of Gary V. So
Me too, man. Me
I
too.
yeah, he's a really good person. I really like his advice on. I started from my student time. I started with eBay selling, like flipping some stuff on
Mhm.
eBay or like my personal items that I don't really use them. So I always kept them in my storage in my student times, and I realized, okay, I can make the money from them. So I just started doing what he advised. So it really helped me. So I really noticed people were talking about NFT art, and to me was more trigger point when they talked about art rather than NFT itself. I really love art. I love music. I love art. I like photography. I'm a musician myself. I studied in music school. I'm a
Nice.
violinist. So yeah, to me, art is something specific in my heart.
Exactly.
But I always had the fear that art cannot really make money for you. So there was something like I cannot really spend more time on art, whereas like I spend my time more on some other job.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I heard just a bit of NFT art, to me it was something like I didn't really understand, and like why people just like buying this JPEG to me as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It was quite strange. But I realized some of my friends, they actually advised me to have a look deeper into some information. So they provided me with some research. I've read, I think it's called like yearly report on NFT and like non-fungible tokens and cryptocurrency. And there was like a 20-page report on NFT. So I had the proper research information. I was reading a lot of articles. And by the way, this is advice for people. Don't really search on Instagram any information about NFT. To me, yeah, it's kind of a like a place of I mean, no offense to Instagram people, but
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
place of trash in terms of like it's a big place of billboards, but they don't really provide the valuable information.
That's
So
true.
just go to Twitter, go to any like YouTube channels, just
Yeah.
like the same with Nicola doing. So I was doing a proper research. Basically, I was just reading a lot before going there, because to me, with cryptocurrency, I didn't really have a full trust as well. I had some doubts. Um, I I remember I've read this report and I got really impressed. I realized how important it is. So why people make this, how can you make money? And as well, I had some ideas when I wanted to transfer like the real art, like, I mean, the traditional art when people do with the paintings and they transfer into NFT. And I was trying to work out this as well with my friend. But I think the problem was that I didn't really have enough research on that and I didn't really know how to do that. So I took a pause for that, and I decided to have a proper research. Then I randomly again, I saw the video of Gary Vaynerchuk,
Hmm.
and there was a short video. He was having a photo session with some photographer, and the photographer was asking, hey Gary, how can I'm a photographer, I'm taking photo of celebrities, how can I make
Yes,
money
I
into
saw that.
NFT? he basically advised to Google, I think it's called Twins Flemings or something like that. So
I think it was Twin Flames or something. Yeah.
yes.
Twin
So
Flames.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really sorry, but I think I don't remember exactly who are behind this project. So it's basically photography collection of twins around the world. So
Yeah. Yeah.
the photographers do the collection of the twins. I checked their website, and I mean, apart from just good photography they've done, uh, I mean, apart from all these technical sides, it was perfect. But the concept idea was so nice, it was so amazing. I just really liked it, and they made it very simple. And I checked them on OpenSea. They made a lot of money as well. So I was like, okay, what can I offer as well? Then I started researching more, and I found photographer. Some people advised me as well. His name is called Fidel or Fidel. Fidel is everywhere, I think. So
Right.
that's also a photographer. He's selling his photos every time, everywhere on both platforms, like on other platforms apart from OpenSea. So on different blockchains.
Yeah.
But he was just very nice guy, tweeting tweeting on Twitter as well, sharing some photos. So I realized for photography area of NFT, there is a really like a bullish season, I would say, at the moment, and even like I would say like early stage of bullish. I mean, to me it seemed like they didn't even start going bull,
Yeah.
if we put
Yeah.
it in this way. So I realized as long as you do something consistently with the photos, and you have a message and value, you can still sell it. And the whole point to me, I realized as well, is that NFT can give you like freedom in terms of the money. You can sell it, and just NFT gave some value to your work. That's it. This is what I found out. And also another third project of NFT photography project I found, and this is persuaded me to start doing my photography NFT. On OpenSea, I randomly found a guy called, I think Jack, but his project was called as Skateboarding Culture in Motion. So he had a series, I think, of 60 pictures, basically around the city, around the world. He was traveling probably and taking people skateboarding. Atmospheric photos, no roadmaps, just photos, nice photos, and there is a story behind of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he gave the storyline that he loves skateboarding, and so that's why he's doing that. So simply, he does what he loves. And going back to your maybe question is, this is what really impressed me. So as I see three photographers did something, having just as simple as that, a photo camera, some people, some, I don't know, just people randomly on the street, you can make money on that. So I was trying just to make X plus Y equals Z in my case as well. So this is what I followed.
Nice. Hi.
Yeah.
So I love what you talked about, man. I mean, I love the inspiration you got.
thank,
It's
thank you.
awesome, dude. I mean, it's amazing how you shared that you learned a lot of things from research, that you
Yeah.
learned how. I agree with you about the Instagram thing. I mean, the people
Yeah.
there, the one who promote things there, I'm not bashing them, or like what you said, we're not hating on them, but they
Yeah.
get paid to promote trash. They get paid by NFT projects to promote them,
Yeah.
which is thus you're doing this without research. You're promoting something because someone paid you to do
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
why
true.
I wanted to do this also. That's why I'm talking to you right now. For everyone who has an NFT project right now, I'm letting you know I'm doing this for free. I'm not promoting Zhantuar because he paid me to. I love this
Yeah.
art.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
photographer, and it's something new to the scene. Like he said, he saw three artists. I'm sure there are a few more that are not well known, or maybe are well known, but they only have their own niche, their own community that know about
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically I'm here and I want to share this aspect of NFT also. So I want to ask you again now. I like you said before, you're into film photography, right? It's not digital. Or
Yeah.
the same. Are you doing
Yeah.
both?
Thank you for the question. Yeah. I do. So I have three cameras. Let's put it
Okay.
this way. My first camera is my like DSLR camera. It's like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
digital camera.
yeah, of
I
course.
also have my iPhone. I mean, your phone at the moment is not even worse than any cameras as well. Like I take some pictures on my iPhone as well. I can
Yeah.
adjust this. I can also send. It's basically you can the photos on your iPhone you can do with the raw option as well.
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
still gives you good quality. Sometimes I mean, I can take better picture rather than on my camera. So
that's
that's
true.
why. Also, yeah, also I do Polaroid sometimes.
Oh,
So I have a
nice.
Polaroid, yeah. And the last one is I do the film photography. So
Okay.
with the film photography, yeah, again, with the film photography, just to let you know and your audience, the film photography is basically the vintage style photo camera with
Mm-hmm.
all this film that you, I actually have one.
Yeah.
So this kind of stuff, you have it for
Yeah,
your camera.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
So yeah, it's just maybe someone will understand.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I do 30. So I do film photography. To me, the concept was you have only 36 exposures. You have either 36 or 24. So you have a specific limit.
Yeah,
So that gives you in your mind, do not take as many photos as you can on your as you do on your iPhone, like with the numerous times. So it doesn't give any sense. So I started analyzing, okay, I have a particular amount of film to make a photo. So I have to be very specific. I have to be very critical to myself. So that's why what I do with my film camera, I think also that was a good lesson I learned because I had to, that gives you analytical skills in terms of photography as well. Because people just started taking photos on automatic settings on your camera. So you
yeah,
don't really
yeah.
analyze that. But since you don't even know how picture will look like, so you already start thinking, why are you choosing specific ISO, or like the shutter speed, any other case. So you have to really think critically, analyzing this all. So yeah, I'm doing film photography.
Nice. So yeah,
Yeah,
you discussed that was into detail. Also, now we're getting into details about photography, ISO, shutter speed, aperture. So for
yeah,
those of you who don't know those things, I mean, I'll type all the info below because those are
yeah,
details that we'll get into. Like if we go into that, that's a different topic into NFTs. But yeah,
yeah.
so
I mean, if we talk about NFT photo, I mean, I wouldn't really care about all this specific
yeah,
uh, types of. Okay, I have an advice for everyone who is listening about NFT photography. Don't really think as you are not really high rank photographer or any high rank artist. It doesn't really matter.
mm-hmm.
All matters is about the consistency, the value you give, and I would say even transparency.
Yeah,
You check even Gary V art of his V
yeah,
friends.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he did it basically. I mean, he was honest. He said, "I'm not an artist," but with his business mentality, he turned it into something very specific.
That's
So
true.
he proved that you should not be like a big artist,
Yeah,
but you can do like very simple things. Of course, he's supported, like he has his whole team behind his like project
yeah,
that they are
yeah,
doing everything. But again, you're starting from the small and you're going to the big things. So I'm just talking about my film photography because I wanted to bring the value of the photo firstly to myself, because I realized we just take many photos on your phone, on your camera, we don't really care, and then we just keep on your I don't know, Google Drive or any
yeah,
other just internal storage of your laptop. But once you have photo, you take them, you develop the film, you scan them, you print them, so you understand the value. Like, okay, that shot really matters to me, so that shot I have to be very specific. That shot keeps the memory, because you have many photos on your phone and you just delete them or keep them. You don't even remember them. So
yeah,
that's what I don't like it. So in this film photography, that was a task to myself. Every day, I tried to do that every day, but every time when I went out with a new film, I had 36 like shots. So I was very strict to myself. Take only those pictures you like, you find it attractive. So that's why I started collecting my photos,
yeah.
and I'm leading to my collection. So so I created my collection's called London Through the Films. So it's basically what I try to explain, the London from the prospect of the film photography. So I wanted, I wanted to bring the atmosphere of the sort of like a vintage style photos and the vintage style of London that people just see every day. I mean, it's quite funny to see that people already everything and people got digitalized and all digital world, and even with the NFT. But my value was to bring the simple pictures into back vintage style with all this process behind of developing each shot, which gives you like a proper blueprinting of a photography routine. So that was my whole idea. And also when I heard about NFT, I was thinking, okay, that's really good. I cannot really impress people with just my iPhone photos, probably. So I was thinking, I have a film camera, so I have to give something, a very separate topic of my photography. So what can make me stand out from other photographers, like cool photographers or any other photographer, doesn't really matter. So I'm sure, let's say from 100 people of photographers, just let's say put them in the room, I suppose there is a very small amount of people doing film photography. So people will start thinking, okay, let's check this guy probably, because why? Because he's doing a film photography. And so the people will start thinking, okay, he is honest with us. He did something very on the vintage style. He tried his best. And also, you cannot really change film photography after you develop the same way as the digital photos. So it gives less options. You cannot retake them. So this gives the authentic atmosphere of the photo and just the whole concept of photography you do. So that's why I came up with the London Through the Films collection. It's my first collection. It's not the ideal one. I just tried my best. So the photo collection, London Through the Films, consists of 60 photos at the moment. There is nothing really specific of, I don't know, like being perfect. It's basically how I see the world, how I see London through my camera. So that was my task. I don't insist you to pay for big amount of money, but if you're willing to, you can buy it, of course. But to me, this is how I see the world. This is how I see London, and this is my story as well. I think I try to bring some, let's say, brightness and happiness to my photos after the year of pandemic and lockdown. So people were tired mentally. So that's why I wanted to cheer up a bit with like very nice photos, very nice moments. For example, I have a picture of the London, so it was in Covent Garden in London. So there was a guy, I forgot how you say that in English, but basically the guy was entertaining everyone with like circus movements. And there was a little guy came to him and he was like putting him in forward to the audience. So everyone was looking at him. So basically they were standing to each other, next to each other. And the whole crowd in London was looking at them. So I was thinking, okay, that's a nice photo. And I took from the perspective like audience is looking at me and looking at those guys, and they're in the middle of my photo. So the whole idea is basically, again, people got tired from the pandemic life and the lockdown life, and I just wanted to bring some joy. And I also gave, so this is what I gave in my description. So, and I think I also wrote in the description of my collection that London was a big part of my life, because I was here from 18 years old, since I left my parents' house. So I spent UK for 10 years, now I'm 28. So I explained that was, London was a very specific city to me, because it was a time of being adult person. So I did go through all the happy moments, finding new friends,